Just a warning, this story talks about suicide and sexual assault. If you or anyone you know is struggling with these issues, you can call these numbers or check out these resources online. I just did that because referring to support resources is just one of the things media should do when touching on such sensitive issues, which is why in March last year, a lot of people were surprised and appalled by this.
Settle in, because I'm about to tell you the story of my life, more specifically why my life ended.
That was the beginning of season 1 of Netflix drama 13 Reasons Why, which I watched when it came out. It was incredibly compelling, confronting, and in my opinion, inappropriate. And I wasn't the only one.
It is so controversial, parents across the nation are being put on alert.
Some families are blaming the suicides of 2 teenage girls on a popular Netflix series.
Suicide was glamorized. It was a bit like you could teach a lesson or make a difference to the world around you because of your actions. And that's a really unhelpful and really unsafe message.
Headspace is just one of the youth and mental health organisations that had to deal with this show's impact, with calls and Google searches for suicide-related inquiries skyrocketing. Cut to earlier this month, and Headspace announces a collaboration with Netflix for season 2, saying,
television shows can provide parents and schools the opportunity to have conversations with young people about important issues.
Headspace developed resources that covers the main themes that are explored in the show, and those themes are suicide, grief, sexual assault, bullying, drug use and violence.
Recently, viewers of the new season sat down to this.
13 Reasons Why is a fictional series that tackles tough, real-world issues.
But if you are struggling with these issues yourself, this series may not be right for you.
Now, this is a big turnaround, both for the show and for these youth and mental health bodies. And the problem is, despite the warnings, referrals to resources, everything, many people believe season 2 of the show is still massively problematic, portraying graphic sexual assault scenes, gun violence, and mental health in an inappropriate way. But does that mean these mental health bodies shouldn't have collaborated with the show?
These resources aren't necessarily an endorsement of the show. The reality is that the show is going ahead, therefore Headspace saw it as a responsibility to develop resources that would help support young people to have constructive conversations.
Look, starting a conversation with dramatic, confronting content is one thing. It's where that conversation goes that's important. And Netflix, with all its time and money, should have done at least enough research to know the guidelines around this stuff that I had to do before writing this exact piece.